West Valley kindergartners will go to in-person classes for the first time today, but they'll see changes in place to make sure everyone stays healthy.
Well, Facebook is stepping up to fight misinformation ahead of the election. We will connect the dots on what it's doing to stop it.
And a beautiful day outside, 52 degrees, sunshine and clear skies before the weekend. I'm breaking down when we can see rain.
.30 now. Thank you so much for being with us here on our Thursday morning here on Up with KREM. I'm Jen York alongside Tim Pham. Well, we begin this morning with breaking news. This morning, President Trump announced he will not participate in the second presidential debate. This comes about an hour after it was announced that event would be virtual.
Yeah, the decision to go virtual was made by the Commission on Presidential Debates just a few hours ago. The president responded moments ago saying he would not participate. So here's a statement from his campaign manager. It reads that the president calls for changes, an excuse for Biden, and host another rally instead. The organization that runs the debate is nonpartisan. The decision to go virtual follows the president's COVID diagnosis. Biden's campaign responded to the announcement saying he would participate.
Now, the second presidential debate is set for 1 week from today. Organizers say the moderator will still be in Miami. That's where it originally was supposed to be. However, candidates will now debate from separate remote locations if indeed both candidates agree to this debate.
So this morning we want to know, what do you think? Do you agree with the debate going virtual? Text us at 509-448-2000. You know, last night we saw the gubernatorial debate. They had a virtual debate and things seemed to go pretty smoothly, but we've been reading some of your responses this morning, and there are definitely some passionate responses about why people think that it should be in person, and so we definitely want to hear from you this morning.
Yeah, we'll get into some of your responses this morning. I can see them. They're coming in. I'm watching on my iPad here. I'm watching you text in. Passionate is a good word, Tim. A lot of people feel strongly one way or another about it.
Yeah, totally. So again, you can text us at the number there on your screen, 509-448-2000. In the meantime, though, we do want to get a check of the forecast with Dana Marie McNichol. Dana Marie, you and I were at the Sweet Reads event last night, and my goodness, it was warm.
It was really hot. I mean, a high of 79 degrees in October. You're not really used to that, but it was a gorgeous night. We're going to see similar temperatures today, just a little bit cooler with a high of 73 in Spokane. Sunny skies. That's not going to last for too much longer. Here's a look at your area temperatures current right now. 52 in Spokane, 38 in Deer Park, 41 in Sandpoint, and 50 in Moses Lake. So we're feeling those crisp temperatures in the morning, but really warming up as we get into the afternoon. What's most notable today, though, is the sustained wind speeds. It's going to be breezy and windy out. We're seeing 11-mile-per-hour winds, gusts anywhere between 25 to 35 miles per hour. And this is just the beginning of a weather system that's pushing our way Friday, and we're going to see it really affect us Friday night into Saturday morning with rain showers, and those showers are going to last for the rest of your day. So I'm going to break down how much rain is coming, when it's coming, and how long it's going to last. Also, get ready for sweater weather because it's here. Jen?
All right, Dana Marie, thank you so much. 6:33 now. Well, this morning, President Trump is back at work at the White House despite contracting coronavirus. Yesterday, he posted a lengthy Twitter video with an update on his condition. He discussed a new treatment for the virus. He also says catching COVID-19 is a blessing in disguise.
I want everybody to be given the same treatment as your president, because I feel great. I feel like perfect. So I think this was a blessing from God that I caught it. This was a blessing in disguise. I caught it.
Oh, the president says he received a dose of Regeneron. This sparked some discussion about the drug and its availability to the public. Tim?
Well, the president talked a lot about the drug Regeneron in his video. He admitted it was experimental, but it was actually his idea to give it a try.
I want to get for you what I got, and I'm going to make it free. You're not going to pay for it. It wasn't your fault that this happened. It was China's fault, and China's going to pay a big price, what they've done to this country. China's going to pay a big price, what they've done to the world. was
The president also says that since he recovered so quickly, he considers the drug a cure. So we looked into Regeneron, and here's what we found out. In a statement on their website, Regeneron said they submitted their request to the FDA for an emergency use authorization or an EUA. It also says under our agreement with the U.S. government for the initial doses, if an EUA is granted, the government has committed to making these doses available to the American people at no cost and would be responsible for their distribution. Their statement also says that they currently have doses available for about 50,000 patients. They expect to have 300,000 available within the next few months. The president says in his video this was a step forward since the vaccine got political and wouldn't likely be ready until after the election. Trump says he's pushing for the FDA to approve the emergency measure.
Well, this morning, the president's team is declining to say when the president last tested negative for the virus. The deputy White House press secretary gave an update on the timeline of events. However, they did refuse to say whether the president was positive during the last presidential debate.
So I think we put out the information that we've got on that, you know, Hope had her positive test Thursday. The president announced his positive test very late Thursday, very promptly. Right, and that's the kind of timeline that we've got at this point. Sorry.
To be very clear,
Sure.
that's not the timeline you've got, it's the timeline you're providing. Obviously, you know when he last tested negative.
I don't know when he last tested negative, and I've answered this question a number of times, Peter, yes.
Well, several leaders at the White House have since tested positive for coronavirus, the latest being senior advisor Stephen Miller.
Well, the West Valley kindergartners will return to a hybrid of in-person learning this morning. Assistant Superintendent of the West Valley School District spoke with KREM about bringing back their youngest students first.
The other thing is our younger learners are in the age group of anyone under 9, of the lowest infection rates and the lowest spread. So for safety reasons, spreading school spread, we're hoping that that's the safer route to bring our younger students back first, again in a hybrid, so that
with the blessing from Spokane Regional Health, the school district hopes to bring back students incrementally every 2 weeks, starting with the youngest students.
6:37 now. Well, happening today, the Regal Cinema Movie Theater in Coeur d'Alene is closing its doors. It welcomed back customers in August, just a few weeks ago, but owners say the latest closure is because the release of the new James Bond movie is being pushed back to April. Well, this morning, Facebook has a new plan to crack down on misinformation ahead of Election Day. Let's connect the dots.
Facebook was at the center of controversy after the 2016 presidential election when word leaked Russian operatives had used the site to influence the race. So what is it doing differently this election? Let's connect the dots. Facebook just announced it will ban political ads as soon as the polls close on Election Day this year, which seems pretty odd considering all votes should be in at that point. But according to reports, the company is concerned the site could be used to spread false information about the outcome. So now they will prohibit all political and issue-based advertising indefinitely after polls close November 3rd. And that's not all they're doing. Facebook says it will place notifications at the top of the news feed to notify users that no winner has been declared. It will rely on a mix of news outlets, including the Associated Press and Reuters, to declare a winner in the presidential race. It is also trying to prevent promoting election interference. Facebook plans to remove any posts calling for people to show up at the polls if they include language that suggests violence, intimidation, or an attempt to control. This all comes after the company has run over 80 possible scenarios of possible outcomes in an attempt to predict an unpredictable year.
Well, still ahead on Up with KREM this morning, an expert tells us how to get your kids to straighten up with their posture. All right, they tell us how to improve those at-home school desks.
And the sun is rising exactly in 20 minutes, but we're seeing a live look over Riverfront Park. A warm and sunny day ahead before cool down over the weekend.